Hey guys, what's up? How's everyone's day going? I hope your day is going utterly amazing because my day is going pretty good too. Anyway, this is the part 2 of what I want to see fixed for 2K21. This is the Park and Rec edition. I made a My Career version last time, so if you haven't seen that one, you might want to go check that out and then come right back to this video. But if you're here and it's your first time, you might as well subscribe. I mean, it takes like 3 seconds, you know? Like, come on now, let's get the channel growing. Let's do that. And while you're down there, just drop a quick little like. Takes 2 seconds. Anyway, so I'm walking through, the neighborhood, my neighborhood, as you just do. You're walking through everything. And the thing that you'll notice, actually, is that it looks kind of the same as 2K19, which is a major problem. Makes me want to fucking fight the place. The main problem with this year's park is that it looks the exact same from last year's park, and that's everyone's complaint. And anyone who doesn't think that that's a major issue probably doesn't play park as often, or just got 2K20 for the first time. So that needs to be fixed ASAP Rocky. Now, I don't understand why 2K as a company can't go to other famous parks, bring them into the game, bring those into the game for an event. Like, playing at Rucker Park for an event would be a great idea. You get double rep, whatever. But as a whole, 2K with the park events this year, they had added a couple new ones, but they just keep doing them over and over and over and over again. That doesn't really count, in my mind, as content for park. And for rec, there's... Quick point first. Isn't it funny how it's just called The Rec now? The Rec? Jordan doesn't want his name in 2K anymore. It's just The Rec now. But there's no events for Rec at all throughout the year. There's probably been double rep a handful of times for the Rec, but they don't treat that mode with any love whatsoever, even though that used to give you the most rep in years past. Now this year it doesn't really, unless you have an astounding game. But I don't understand half of the things in this park, because you have this 2K19 Wall of Fame that has just a bunch of random people that no one cares about. I don't think I've ever once walked up to this Wall of Fame, other than today's video, and be like, oh man, look at all these famous people from 2K19. Some famous people like Legend v Answer. Oh man, I wish damn. Or I'm Not Dat Boy. Joe knows. I don't think I've ever walked up to this and cared, because this is a 2K19. No one cares. I don't care about last year's game. I care about this year's game. And what the fuck happened to my fucking headphones? Shit! So another big issue this year, shocking enough, is gonna have to be VC spending and microtransactions. I know, it's crazy, right? VC spending in the game? Oh god. So fun to talk about. But this one really bugs me a lot. So you'll go in and then you'll see a Ray Allen jersey going for 25,000 VC. Now this year, in more than any other year, I'll admit, you can play more games and get technically more VC than years past. But with that, all they've done is just jack up like fucking crazy the prices of everything else that you want to buy in any of either the NBA store, 2K shoes, which used to be Foot Locker, which is, again, hilarious. But the fact that these jerseys are 12,000, 15,000, 21,000 VC just for a classic looking jersey is ridiculous. And Why are some of these jerseys so expensive? And ironically enough, when you win a free hardwood jersey, it's just some bum that's like for 5K VC that no one wants. Don't let these signs and swags fool you. Nothing is up to 70% off in this bitch. They have given content where there's a lot of free shirts, admittedly, like Black Lives Matter and the Stay Safe, which are cool and whatnot. I had no problem with that. But then when you want to buy something like a denim jacket for 25,000 VC for the ugliest jacket of all time, it kind of makes you wonder what the actual fuck is going on at the headquarters where they think that people want this crap. No one wants this crap. And then once in a while, they'll have different clothings in swags. Like this one, they had Idris Elba stuff and Chinatown. These are all super sick. This is a great idea if it's done right. I don't know. Maybe Idris Elba gets profit from when people buy this, because you'd think so, because the shit is hella expensive. 8,000 VC for sunglasses? Are you serious? In the middle of July, they have actual Christmas gear. This just pretty much shows you that, like, do they not have any ideas like that they can do? Because I don't understand why that this is here in the middle of July. It's so unfortunate. And then again, I'm not paying $7,000 to $15,000 for quote unquote designer stuff that doesn't even matter. But don't worry, the VC spending gets even better, because for the low price of 250,000 VC, you can buy a DJ machine. Are you kidding me? Why would anybody want that? For the love of Pete. Now, enough about the VC rant. That was a minor rant. The whole layout of the park itself, or the neighborhood, I mean, really just isn't great. You only have a couple of courts. You only have 2 courts, really, that are 2v2. And for rep, that's like the best way to get it as quick as possible. Yet you only have 2 of those courts. Now, that's really dumb. You should at least have like 4 or 5. This park should be, I think, twice the size that it is now, considering that most people that load up into the park are either going to stage or rec, or just ironically enough gonna play park. If you're playing cages, I don't know what's wrong with you. But the park should be twice the size as it is now. So you're gonna hop onto a Who's Line, right, on your phone. This is the problem that I really don't understand. All you can see is just everyone's gamer tag. They had it in years past for 2K16, I'm pretty sure. I know they had it for 2K16. I don't know if they had it for 17. You could see everyone's overall and the position that they played and the rep that they had, which is it. Why don't they have that? So let's say I'll go to Aziz the God DMG at random, right? Let's just look at him. You'll look that he's terrible. He's fucking, oh my god, this man has a 30 win percentage. Jesus fucking Christ. You'll see that, and then you're gonna be horrified and not want to play with him. And then you find out, ironically enough, that I'm playing with him, and now I want to die. So that's just great, first off. And I don't understand why they got rid of that feature where you could see their overall, their rep, and everything. Now, in the background is just going to be uncut park gameplay of me playing, right? It's just going to be uncut. And you're going to understand why I wanted to drink acid this game. That part of this I really don't understand, because you had a great feature that was in the game where you could see immediately overall rep and position, and you could quickly invite people And in case you were by yourself, for instance, you could squad up quite easily. Just based off of, everyone's repping overall and all that fun stuff. So why don't they add that feature again? They add the feature where you can see everyone, every gamer tag, everyone that's on there. You can see what their build is, what their rep is, and their overall. Because 9 times out of 10, people go by overall and rep in this year. In Park, especially. And thank God they added the rep system back. Because I don't know why they got rid of it for those 2 brief years, but I feel like the rep system is a lot better to grind to, because I don't really want to just grind my overall. I feel like that's a waste of time. But grinding for rep and high rep rewards are itself worth it, because once you hit legend first, then you got super clout, and you can be posting hella videos and saying, the first legend did this, the first legend that. Yeah, so you're obviously going to have super clout on your team, on your side, for the whole year when you do that. And plus it makes great content when you are the first superstar, the first elite, and the first legend. Say you get the first mascots this year, then you see how unfortunately expensive they are, but you do see all the mascots that you can play as, and whichever one, and how they feel, and if they make you bit better, if they make you taller, if they make you feel sluggish. You get what I'm saying? So, admittedly, you have to give 2K some respect or some props, because we asked for rep for 2 years and they brought it back, which is great, because I feel like rep is the ultimate thing to go for and grind for. Another thing that we asked for a couple years ago is like the rep percentage, so you can see how much you're actually grinding and how close you are to the next rep bar. Another great feature that we asked for and got. Whenever the community asks for something, we often or not do get it, which can, lead us to feeling a little spoiled. We asked genuinely, I guess, for a lot of stuff, and 9 times out of 10 we get whatever we wanted. We could get this year adding and taking away badges is a great idea. We got rep back again. We got park back again. Kind of. But you got the whole rep system, which is what everyone wanted, which is great. Again, keep it. Don't take it away. Just rename it. I don't want to, keep grinding for legend. They add more tiers, something like that. Add VC, awards when you get to a high enough tier. Why don't we do that? Where you get to Elite 1 and then you can get some fucking VC. What's so fucking hard about giving us VC? Instead of 400 a game whenever you win. Now, I feel like when you're walking around in the neighborhood, I don't feel like you should see what everyone's rep is. You should probably only see their gamer tag, because if they have a system where you look on your phone and you can see everyone's rep, overall, and position, then there's not going to be any need whatsoever for having to see your rep whenever you play. And then the randoms who have low, terrible rep are eventually going to get games with other randoms that have low and terrible reps, so they can be low and terrible together, and at least maybe, get better together. I don't know. But that needs to be taken away, where you see your rep level for next year. That part I don't like. Now, one thing that they really, really, really need to think about is whenever you're playing, right, you need to have... I feel like it should be way more VC than what you're getting now, instead of just 400 VC, because that's just pitiful, honestly. Because I feel like you should be getting I don't see why it's so hard to just be getting 1,000 VC a game. I don't see why it's so difficult. They make it seem like we're asking too much for whenever we want 1,000 VC, which to me is ridiculous because that should just be kind of casual at this point. Another good thing that they added this year was like the longer you're in the park, the time actually changes, so it gets darker and then eventually gets brighter out. So this game, which is a great idea, and that guy who came up with that idea probably should get a raise because it goes off, I guess, real time for the most part and gets darker and is a great idea. Instead, you're not just looking at the exact same thing for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. In their mind, it's not, you're not looking at the same thing. But you are, it's just getting darker, which is cool, I guess. But I feel like they should add that again next year. The thing that they shouldn't add at all is the seasons back again, because that was just stupid. This is why it was stupid. 2K was asking for it with the seasons changing and whatnot. They gave it to us. I realize now that it's fucking retarded and should not be brought back. It's not the fact that it's not done right. It's just that it's fucking laggier than a bitch in the park now because it's trying to load so much extra stuff. Like, snow. Which doesn't... If you can't play the game and it's not lagging super crazy, then I don't see the point in it. And especially for Halloween when they just had costumes everywhere and everything was just full of leaves and witches everywhere, and for Christmas there was snow on the ground, a snowman and other stuff. That's ridiculous. Now this last game was actually kind of funny because I played them. You're gonna see the end of this game. I was playing with them and when we lost, and then I as you do when you play with randoms, you get a little upset and then message someone. I ended up playing a couple twos games with them, so that was actually kind of cool. And if you guys are watching this, first off, shout out to you guys. Hopefully you guys like the video and subscribe. Shit, that'd be great. But, I think that's pretty much it for what I can think of about the park and rec. They need to add more parks, like more famous parks, more famous places. And for rec, definitely just need to show like you care about that mode, because it doesn't. You just have it there and don't really care. It's kind of annoying in my mind. But hey, I'm just a small YouTuber with 8 subscribers. But again, that's just my opinion. But if you like this video, all you gotta do is scroll down, hit the like button. Takes like 2 seconds, makes my day so grand and great. And while you're down there, all you gotta do is just hit the subscribe button. Takes like 2 seconds, gets the channel growing, all fine and dandy and wonderful. But that is it from me. I'm headed right, and I'm out, y'all. Asparagus.